tonight, we have the honor of presenting Cub Scouting's highest award. The Arrow of Light has been earned by 5 members of our pack. Before we present these awards, let's hear a story. Many years ago in the dry southwestern plain was an Indian village, behind which a tall mountain towered above the desert. It was considered a great feat to climb this mountain, so all the braves of the village were eager to attempt it. One day, Chief Akla called the braves of the village together. He told them, "Now my braves, you may all go today and try to climb the mountain. Start right after breakfast and go as far as you can. When you are tired and can go no further, come back, but each of you must bring me a twig from the place where you turned." Away they all went, full of hope, each feeling certain that he could reach the top of the mountain. Soon the first brave came back. He stood before the chief and in his hand he held a piece of cactus. Chief Akla smiled and said, "My son, you barely got started. You did not reach the mountain. You did not even cross the desert. This first brave is like a tiger cub who has learned to search, discover, and share, but has not yet begun his climb up the Cub Scout mountain." The tiger cub arrow points him in the right direction and the tiger cub candle lights his way. An hour later, the second brave returned to the village. He carried a twig of sagebrush. "Well," said the chief, "you reached the foot of the mountain, but you did not start the climb." This brave is like the Cub Scout who has earned his Bobcat badge. He has found the correct path by learning the Cub Scout promise and the law of the pack, but has not yet started to climb the Cub Scout mountain. The Bobcat arrow points him in the right direction, and the Bobcat candle lights his way. After another hour, the third brave came back. He held out a spray of cottonwood. "Good," said the chief, "you got as far as the springs." This brave represents the Cub Scout who has earned his wolf badge. He has progressed a short way up the Cub Scout mountain. The wolf arrow points him in the right direction, and the wolf candle lights his way. A longer wait and another brave came back with some cedar. The chief smiled when he saw it, and spoke, "Well done, my boy, you went halfway up." This brave is like the Cub Scout who has progressed halfway up the advancement trail and earned his bear badge. The bear arrow points him in the right direction, and the bear candle lights his way. Later in the afternoon, the next brave returned carrying a branch of pine. To him the chief said, "Good, you went to the third level. You made 3/4 of the climb. Keep trying. Next year you will undoubtedly reach the top." A Cub Scout who has earned his Webelos badge has reached the 3/4 mark up the Cub Scout mountain and is in sight of the top. The Webelos arrow points him in the right direction, and the Webelos candle lights his way. The sun was low when the last brave returned. He approached the chief and held up his hand. It was empty, but he was radiant as he spoke. "My father, there were no trees where I went. I saw no twigs, no living thing upon the peak, but far and away I saw other mountain peaks, and beyond them the shining sea." Now the old chief's face glowed as he said, "I knew it. I knew it when I looked upon your face. You have reached the top. It is written in your eyes and it rings in your voice. My son, you need no twigs for token. You have seen the glory of the mountain." The brave who reached the top is like the Cub Scouts we are honoring tonight. They have reached the highest point in Cub Scouting, the Arrow of Light Award. The Arrow of Light arrow points them in the right direction and the Arrow of Light candle lights their way.